All right, court is calling 2022 CR 7878, State of Texas versus Augustine Adam. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Catherine Pollard.
for the defense?
Charles Button.
I don't think she needs it that slow. Are you Mr. Adam? Defense, I've shown you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Adam, I'm showing you what's entitled application for a deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Did you understand you're charged with the offense of assault, family choking, strangulation, second? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court can find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Absolutely.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea bargain agreement, there's a $750 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition? Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent? Did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea bargain agreement? Defense, is that the plea?
Yes.
State, is that the plea?
Yes,
Next,
sir.
I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 4 years. There'd be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours community service restitution, no contact with Destiny Cardenas, hostility and aggression control course, and no firearms. Did you understand? Those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations. Then how do you plead to the offenses charged? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
Yes, Judge, the state would offer what's been marked as State's Exhibit 1.
No objection.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments with the addendum of the conviction and cause number 620085, and the court will review the document. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Please.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, he's been in jail for in excess of 4 months. I believe he's worthy of the plea bargain. We ask you to follow.
All right, Mr. Adam, do you have any children? What are their ages?
7, 6, and 5.
Are these children of Destiny Cardenas?
Yes.
All right, well, I'm going to follow the no contact order. Your relationship with her outside of the children is over. And if you have contact with her, it's going to have contact with your children. That's going to have to be through a third party or through the electronic app. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you employed?
Yes.
What do you do?
I do contracting. I resurface hardwood floors.
Okay. All right, it's a $750 fine. That'll be probated. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, 4 years deferred adjudication, 200 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination with the booster. Court is not requiring you to do that, but if you do that, 40 of your hours will be waived. I'm going to ask for parenting classes. Is Child Protective Services involved?
Yes.
All right, there's going to be parenting classes, CPS compliance and probation. CPS should have parenting classes for him. So if they do, he doesn't have to do it twice. He can do it through CPS.
I did parenting classes with a competitor, and I have finished that already.
Well, was that done after this?
Yes. I
Right.
just never got my certificate. I still can go and get my certificate.
Right, you'll have to provide proof of that. The court will give probation, the court will give him credit for that, but only if those classes were done after the date of this offense. All right, so there's to be CPS compliance, no contact with Destiny Cardenas, and probation. If he has completed the parenting classes, then the remaining of the community service hours can be waived. it goes without saying, you're not allowed to possess any firearms or ammunition. There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular UAs, field visits, one time per month. And state, is there a reason you're asking for hostility and aggression control course as opposed to BIPP?
No, Judge.
All right, so we're gonna do the BIPP course. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Thank you. All right, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Mr. Adam, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. If you're involved in a relationship with somebody and they come in at 2 a.m., guess what? Everybody is an adult. You have no right to treat them badly. You just have a choice to make. Either you want to stay in the relationship or not. Those are your choices. Your choice is not violence. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So before you get into another relationship, you probably need to work on yourself. Well, not probably, you need to work on yourself. All right, good luck to you.
May we be excused?
Yes.
I know, it's just Adam, right? Okay, I was like making sure, now I'm questioning myself.
All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 7878, State of Texas versus Augustine Adam. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state defense?
Marissa Giovanco for Mr. Adam.
And are you Mr. Adam?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, Yaya, could I have the file stamp for a motion to revoke?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have my copy. You want my copy?
All right. Mr. Adam, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Augustine Adam who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 7878 for the offense of assault, family choking, strangulation on September 16, 2022 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Judge, before I read it, I just want to make sure that you're aware that there's also another case that is in between too. I don't know if you
Yes.
Okay.
I have that.
Thank you. Yes, Your Honor, violated condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas, to defendant Augustine Adam. Defendant there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January and February 2023. Violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And we waive the remaining violation condition, Your Honor.
No
Any
objection, no objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Do you understand? Because I want the record to be clear and to make sure that you understand whatever agreement that you've worked out with the state, the court does not have to follow that agreement. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
The agreement that you've may have made with the state, that's just a recommendation for the court. Do you understand?
Yes,
Knowing
ma'am.
that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, and it is to deny the motion and continue the individual on his probation and to run this concurrent with cause number 2023 CR 5176, which is the criminal mischief state jail.
All right, is that the proposed agreement?
It is, Judge, and Mr. Adam, the criminal mischief that he is pleading to was prior to his probation. Mr. Adam has told me that he did have some struggles while he was on probation. He found himself homeless and he struggled with no cell phone and contacting his probation officer. He fully understands now that that is not an excuse and that he has to fully participate in his probation. He is motivated to do so. He has another child coming and he has never been to prison. He does not want to experience prison for the first time. He wants to be able to be here for all of his children, including the new birth of his new child. And there is a significant amount of restitution that is owed based on the criminal mischief case. And he is understanding that and prepared to do what he can to gain employment and work on paying that restitution.
All right. Do you have anything you wish to say?
No, ma'am.
All right. So where has he been since 2023?
It's my understanding, Judge, that that's when he was homeless. I don't know if he wants to speak on that himself, but
I didn't have nowhere. I was.
You want to
living on
raise
the
your right
street.
hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give would be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Where have you been?
I've been living on the streets by myself, like, I was
Living
going
on the street since when?
since 2023. My own family threw me out when I had my other kids with me. That's how I ended up on a CPS case, and I went bottom hill from there. Like, I was going through depression.
All right, but you have a child that's on the way.
Yes,
So I'm assuming, since you have a child on the way, that that child has not been in gestation since 2023 because the months don't add up.
no, this,
So-
this child that's coming is just a recent child that,
So help me understand, you're homeless, which means you don't have a place to stay, but yet you continue to have children
yes, ma'am.
and you're homeless.
I do certified contracting,
Okay.
so that's
And
like,
who is the mother of this child
uh,
that's about due?
her name's Laura. I don't know, I don't remember her last name. It's,
So you're having a child with somebody, you don't even know their last name.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other questions?
no, Judge.
Has he done anything on probation? Ms. Abrams?
No, Judge.
All right. Court is going to grant the motion, find you guilty. His range of punishment is up to 10 years in the prison. Would you like to speak to the amount of time, counsel?
Judge, we would ask for the minimum of 2 years.
All right. Court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Destiny Cardenas.
I have no contact with her no more. We cut we went our separate ways.
I'm sorry, what?
We went our separate ways after
Okay.
that.
All right. All right. Do you all still wish to proceed with the plea bargain agreement that's been reached?
We just step back for a moment.
Yes.
Okay,
All right, you have a seat in the box. Defense.
Marissa Giovanco.
And are you Mr. Adam?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, in this case, have you received all of the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Did you understand you're charged with offense of criminal mischief, $2,500 to $30,000 as a state jail felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 1 year in the state jail facility. There's a $2,000 fine. There are no applications. This is to run concurrent with 2022 CR 7878. There's to be restitution to William Metz, METZ, in the amount of $7,466.33. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Judge. We would just ask if you could waive the fine due to the large amount of the restitution.
All right, state, is that the plea?
It is.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
I
Did
have,
you,
I'm sorry, Judge. I have gone over that with my client. I have no objections.
all right. State, you may be excused. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we just ask that you follow the plea agreement.
All right, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2022 CR 7878. There's a $2,000 fine, time and money will run concurrent. Restitution to William Metz in the amount of $7,466.33. There's to be no contact with Destiny Marie Cardenas, Deborah Lee Stangoni, Stangoni. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No.
All right, we can go off the record. You got to make better decisions in your life. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.